you being on here, my guy. I really do. Um, let's let the DJs know, man, how you got into this music thing.
Um, just pushing. Um, I got into the music. My mom was a poet, started writing like that. Went from writing and then while learning how to write off of doing poetry. Then from there it just, kind of took off, took a life of its own.
Inspiration wise, who's you listening to?
Music, Soul Child, Black Thought, guys like that, Jay-Z, of course Biggie, Pac, Lauryn Hill, a lot of people.
Okay, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. When did you know? Hey, yo, man, I think I got something here. I wanna pursue this.
Um, when people told me I was 8 and I took a poem that I had and somebody told me that it's so crazy when you talk about being 8 years old because I got a daughter who 8 now. She don't understand. Like I was way more advanced than her at 8, right? But I just remember somebody teaching me like, yo, you can take words and say it like this, and it won't be a poem no more. It'll be a rap. But this is how you format it. So I was taught how to format a 16 bar. And when I learned how to do that, you know, um, it just came natural from listening to people, of course, mimicking. And I used to do a lot of talent shows. So when I was doing the talent shows, I was dancing, rapping, whatever, and singing, or trying to sing at the time. Um, and people seeing I had a natural gift for it. You know what I mean? From people seeing a natural gift, that made people say, you know what? I want to see more from this guy.
I can always respect that, man. I think too, man. Like when we go out and we try to make basically when we try to go out and show the world what we can do, man, it's always good to be inspirational to people, man. So that's amazing.
Definitely, 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 definitely.
So I really I and because we played the record, I really like the record, Joe. I think it's a really good performance record. Not just on like an album cut, but it's I really want to hear you perform this live. The
Yeah.
production is crazy. I like the versatility between the hook from the verse. I think this is really good.
Thank you, thank you. It's
So
crazy because the way it came about was one of them situations where it wasn't, life hits you sometimes. I went through a lot of stuff last year. A good friend of mine went through a lot of stuff as well. And we met for the first time. I had just made the beat like not even 7 days beforehand. I sent it to him, and because I only had a small snippet of the hook of what I wanted to do, but I had a lot of brain fog and I couldn't get it out. So I say, you know what? Here, I'm gonna send the beat to you, see if you can write to it, It's my homie. So it's like cool, people rap off the same beats all the time. Now like when I figure something out, I do a song. I flew to Houston, um, and made him linked up for the first time and made that song. But the way the song came about was so crazy because we riding in the car and playing beats to him about other stuff other stuff that I just made, whatever. And we just start, getting building that brotherhood and start talking about life. Now, when we get to talking about life, just so happenly that beat start playing and we was talking about um people who had passed on. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, last year I lost my little brother, you know what I mean? Um and I dealt with being stabbed. So I had to deal with the trauma of losing my little brother after I buried him a week later, me being stabbed and my family almost losing me. So we talking about that. He gets to talking about his he lost his dad and his uncle like I think like a month apart of each other. You know what I mean? So it was just crazy. So when we get to the studio, it's crazy. I'm driving. I start crying on the way to the studio in the middle of as a grown man, we don't really cry. So I'm driving the car and I just start crying. He just like, bro, you good? I'm like, yo, this is who we gonna do it for. This is perfect. The beat, everything we talking about is coming out. So when we get to the studio, um, we trying to make it work. Of course, motions running high because we trying to figure it out how to make the perfect song about people who pass away, and that's not an easy task to do. You know what I mean? We're making it relatable to everybody without mentioning specific names. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but the way the back and forth came about was more of my homie. He was in the booth. I had did the hook. He was doing his 8 bars, whatever. He had 8 bars written out. Every time he got to his fifth bar, he would mess up. But at the time
Bro.
where, between the fourth going into the fifth bar, the beat would break. So he messed up one time, going into his fifth bar. And naturally, I start practicing when the beat break. So he just so happened to stop, and I just came in saying my part, and I'm in a whole totally different other room. You know what I'm saying? But me and the engineer, we just stopped and look at each other like, oh shit, like, that's kind of crazy. Like, I was
Yeah,
like, oh, you think
yeah,
we should do back and forth? And he like, yo, nobody never did that. I think that'll be crazy doing back and forth on the record like this. So I called my homie Post out of the booth, like, yo, trust me, I got a feeling this is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? And he was just like, yo, you sure? And I'm like, yo, just follow my lead. You know what I mean? Do your four, I'm gonna come right behind you. He did his four. I came right behind him with the vocals and all that stuff like that, and we made that song on the spot. No rehearsal, no none of that. Everything was
wow.
made right there.
I love that journey, bro. And I think I'm a big believer on everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and I think there was a reason why everything happened to that point to get to that point. You get what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
I can tell like you put a lot of passion, heart, sweat, and tears into this. Let me ask you this, man. How are you doing mentally?
You know, uh, After everything happened, you know, between losing my little brother and then, me being stabbed, I actually, I had to fight some demons, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, like, somebody doing something to you and then, you know, try not to go out for revenge. What I mean? I ain't never let a nigga do something to me and get away with it. You know what I mean? But when you start factoring in, you just lost somebody, your family's still grieving, you basically the matriarch of the family, so everybody depend on you. You got kids, you know what I'm saying? You got a whole movement that you creating, you got a whole career. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do I really behind the nigga where God gonna give him give him his karma? You know what I mean? And it sucked because it was just like I had to mentally deal with that. So fortunately, I was able to find some information and get into classes about being a mental health advisor. Later on, and getting around a community of people who, talk about a lot of things, and it's been working for me. So then I got a strong community of people who support me around me. My manager, Kanisha, other artists that I have that's around me, family members, people that keep me grounded, man, because it wasn't easy. I ain't gonna lie. But I think making that record, that was the first time I cried, like really cried since my brother died. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I feel like that record was, I couldn't get it out. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get out how I felt. But I feel like when I got in the booth and we started doing it, I think you can hear it in the passion of my verse. You know what I mean? When I'm rapping about certain things, like I've been crying at your gravesite. This was heartbreak. Like been through so much wrong shit. I can't even think right. You know what I mean? It's like when I'm really rapping that and I'm talking about, losing other people, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying it without saying their name, so whoever went through something, then they can feel like they there with me. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that this is your most powerful song to date?
100%. I had a bunch of other songs that, I'm a writer. I really can write amazing songs, but I feel like when I made this one, I just felt like it was just I unlocked a different version of myself. Nobody really makes songs for people who passed on. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really got a lot of records for, that you hear that can make you think about a loved one and say, damn, I really miss bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might hear like I Wish by R. Kelly or uh Every Chance I Take, the one that Diddy redid. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really get too many records that make you say, damn, I needed that. You know what I mean? To help me get that out. So that's what it was for me.
I like that, and I think sometimes, man, you left it on the track, and I think sometimes we need that, and
Mhm.
that's your outlet, because a lot of times, especially as men, we're taught to keep on trucking, to keep on going, to keep on going, but at the same time, we hurt as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you found a good outlet that helps. One cleanses the soul, makes so that you're good internally, and then expresses
Mhm.
how you felt about your people, man. And that's a beautiful thing. Um, I wanted to ask you this: is this do we have? Is it? I know it's a single, but is this off an EP or album, or is this we're just pushing the single
No,
right now?
this was a fresh off the. I wasn't. This wasn't a song. I got other songs I had in my mind to push. This was just a situation where it was just like, bro, I'm in Houston. I want to hit the studio with you. Let's just work. That's what it was,
Wow,
and that's what
wow.
we made on the spot. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we didn't know what we was gonna do. You know what I mean?
I respect that, man. Okay. Well, I want my DJs got a chance to listen to the record, and I want them to give them feedback because now that we have the context of it, we already said it was a dope song. We already said that, but now that we have context to it, it makes it even better. So I want to give one of my DJs on there, DJ Manny Mitty, man. Talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, thanks, Malone. Jers, nice to meet you. I love the
Hey, what's
record.
going on, bro?
Yeah, my name's Manny Mitty. From Chicago, moved to Houston. I play house and techno, MannyMitty.com. But what I was mentioning to Malone is like I love records that are not only cool in the club, but like if you're driving around on an hour drive, and
Mhm.
you're rolling around with your lady and you want to make a perfect playlist, it's the type of song that I'd put on there. One thing I noticed, you call yourself Jers, so I see
Mhm.
there's probably a New Jersey influence on you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, so I was curious, if you're from New Jersey, have you thought of like, like Jay had Empire State of Mind? I
yeah.
feel like an artist like you has the caliber to make a Jersey anthem. So I don't know if
Yeah, yeah. I
that's
feel like
if
with New Jersey, not to cut you off, with New Jersey, they got it's like Jersey anthems. Jersey has Jersey Club. So when people make anthems, it's like dance anthems. Like that is a good idea. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, but I would have to figure out how I would do that kind of like in a Jay-Z way
right.
because everything else in Jersey, everything is about dancing. Like,
Right. No, but like, when you listen to Empire State of Mind, you can almost visualize all those places that he's kind of taken you through.
hmm
And like, I love Jersey. Like, I love Short Hills, New Jersey from a shopping perspective. There's just,
hmm
my friend Tommy Guns is from Jersey, so I see him all the time out there, and I have family out there. But
hmm
I think if you made like a hit, especially with your cadence and voice, that where, especially since you're a poet, if you could
hmm
poetically take people around the places that you love in Jersey, not the ones that are
hmm
expected, I think that would be huge,
hmm
fam. But I love your energy. Um,
Thank
you
you.
know, I kind of see you as like a person that has that kind of Nipsey community builder aspect. So like,
Mm.
I feel like if I kind of did some research, you're probably doing some cool stuff in Jersey. So just want to say keep it up, man.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Malone. Thank you, Winter Circle. Respect.
It's fun, man. Go on, it's fun to walk.
Hey, what's up? What's up, man? This is
What's
Spawn, man,
going
from
on? How are you?
Kansas. Man, I like your
Yeah.
sound, man. You're
Thank
very
you, thank you,
talented.
thank you,
You
boss man.
know,
Thank you, thank you.
God gave you that gift that you just, you know, like not too many people can just sit down and just write stuff and make a hit. You got that.
Thank you, thank you.
You got that talent. You got that. R. Kelly. These are just artists that have talent, and you're
Yeah.
part of that group and everything. And I like to see you just expand to that next level because right now we ain't got too much dope artists out there we can talk about for years. And you seem
Right.
like you be the type that can be like, we talk for years. Every hit, every song you make is going as a hit. And it's going to be 10 years and people still hearing it, 20 years. And
Yeah, man.
I give
That's
you
the
all,
goal.
huh?
I said that's the goal, man. That's the goal.
I know Temptations, Commodores, that's the talent that you gonna be in. Where, like I say, 20, 30 years later, your stuff is still playing and it's legit and
Hmm.
everything.
But
So
that's
I
why I appreciate you DJs because y'all, people start looking at like, with this AI stuff, the DJs are not needed. People look at stuff like the DJs not needed, man. I understand music. I understand what the DJ does. I understand. I'm only an MC. You know what I mean? I'm an
yeah,
MC. The DJs rock the house. Y'all the ones who get the music out. I'm just a vessel that's moving along trying to make it happen, man. And I appreciate y'all for even having me.
that's good, man. That this shows that hey, you respect it and people are really tuning on you. And I feel like yeah, you're gonna be heard 20, 30 years later, man.
Thank you,
Cause
thank you,
you
thank you.
so I give all the salute to you and keep rising to the top because there's no ceiling
Thank you,
over
thank
you.
you, thank
All
you.
right. Peace out, man.
All right, most definitely.
Appreciate that, Spawn. DJ Be Easy, man. Can you talk to me? What's going on? How you feeling, man? Talk to me. DJ Be Easy.
What up, dudes?
What's
Jers,
going on?
this be easy, man. Coming live to you from Fort Worth, Texas, better known as the DFW, Dallas, Texas.
What's going
Um,
on, man?
I was good, my boy. Um, I was just listening to you while you was telling your testimony. Um, man, it's very touching, man, because a lot of artists really don't do like, what I'm saying, some soulful tracks that really hit home outside of just always talking trap or the daily hustle type situation. But
Yeah,
I really like the track, man. We was listening to it. I wish we could have, as always, DJs, we like to put songs on repeat and repeat and actually break down the song. But while listening to it myself, I take it like a DMX, you know what I'm saying, when he does
damn, bro.
you know what I'm saying, on one of
Damn,
his
bro. That's my
just as
idol.
always. Yeah. So just as always, DMX, he always give those true bars, those true lyrics about, sitting back and relaxing and giving his all and humble to life. And as well as like he always have a prayer to God, you know what I'm saying, to speak over his life and speak over everybody empowering to him. But you say you from Jersey, so just hearing that song, you and your man's going back and forth. Me, I'm a real hip hop head as well as everybody else. But when I hear Jersey, I'm always thinking Brick City. So Redman is
Yeah, yeah.
always top of that list when it come down to Jersey rappers. But you know, him and Met, that's the sound that I seen with you and your man's on this track, bro. So, you
Thank you.
know, really, man, just keep that energy, keep that motivation going that you got going on any track that you got, man. The sky's the limit for you, my boy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir. And just, you know what I'm saying, come back to the winner circle with any and anything that you got
Bro,
going,
like
brother. Whatever
I
it be
got
that you
hits, bro. That if y'all hearing that and see how I can tap in on that. Wait till y'all hear my club stuff. Wait till y'all hear I got hits, bro. Like not even being funny. It's just it's so crazy to me that you know how things work because that's so bro. I just made the beat and sent it to my homie, bro.
yeah.
I literally had a brain fog and I couldn't write to the song, but I was making a beat at like 4 in the morning, bro. And I remember
Mm-hmm.
just zoning out, and I'm like, yo, it's missing something. I need to add something. You know what I'm saying? When I found a little piece with the vocal in it, and then I had a piece of the hook, and I couldn't even, you know, I'm like, I had so much brain fog. I'm just like, all right, look, I'm gonna just send this to my homie, see what he can do with it. Poster wrote a whole separate song to it. But it's so crazy how God worked. Like I said, when we in the car and we driving, we talking about life, and I'm playing beats. That beat came on, and in the middle of me talking about brother dying and being stabbed and all the things that was just going on in my life last year, and just then he get to talking about his dad and you know losing his uncle within a month and the depression that he went through, man. As a grown man, I gotta say, I start crying driving the car. He's like, bro, you good? I'm like, bro, that's what we gonna do it for, bro. I'm like,
Nah.
this moment right here was meant. I'm like, cause I couldn't. When my brother died, bro, I couldn't cry. I literally went numb. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like I didn't get a chance to grieve. It's like when it happened, it was my first time ever playing in the funeral. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't have time to grieve. It's like I got to get all his arrangements and everything together along with other family members. You get what I'm saying? Just to be
Right.
able to put him in the ground. You know what I'm saying? I put him in the ground and I told myself, all right, as soon as I put him in the ground, I can finally get some time to myself to reflect on everything and grieve. But I didn't even get that chance because as soon as I got myself to, well, I tried to get myself together, the very next week I was stabbed trying to save an old lady. You know what I'm saying? Try to save an old lady, guy robbed her, you know, try to, you know, go after the guy, stop him. He swung at me. I'm thinking he's you know, just throwing punches. The whole time he had a blade in his hand. And because I was boxing at the time, I'm blocking it like this. So me blocking it like this, when he's swinging, I wind up getting stabbed through my shoulder and hitting my artery right here. You know what I'm saying? Just blocking I didn't even know I was bleeding. You know, I had the chance to go after him and kill him. But when I looked down in my arm, the blood was coming off my arm as though, you know, like when you standing in the shower and the water running off your arm. So I had to make a
Damn.
choice in that moment. You know, split second decisions change lives. It was like, all right, I could beat this dude ass, but I know I'm going to die. The blood is, you know, I didn't even know I was bleeding internally. I'm just going off of the blood that was coming down my arm externally. Internally, it was worse. You know what I mean? I just so happened through the grace of God made it to the hospital in time. You know, my dad rushed me to the hospital, you know, put a better on my arm, stopped the bleeding. Went to the hospital, had to have two surgeries. They had to go through my leg up through my chest for the one, and then they had to do another one with my arm, and then try to stitch the outside to get it, you know, get the blood to stop bleeding. Well, blood stopped flowing. But it was just so crazy because with all that happening, you know, I thought I was gonna have a dead arm, bro. Like the doctor was running all type of tests. My fingers couldn't move, nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said a deep prayer, probably like 1 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I was just like, God, like not like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I got a second chance, bro. You know what I mean? That really did something to me. And after that, I was just like, you know, I said, all right, going into this year, and I had to talk to my manager. I had to go through a whole phase of healing and not working. You know what I mean? I told my manager, I'm like, yo, the moment I can get back rolling, like I'm turning up. Like, you know what I mean? It's time. Like God, I felt like God, that was my moment. God spoke to me and said, all right, look, you could really be something in this world. Like, but we gotta gotta really make some shit move, man. And then
Well,
from
straight,
there,
man.
you know,
God be the glory to all that, my boy. You just keep pushing to keep that
thank you.
motor going. Just come back and holler at us, man. When you get that time, we gonna be right here waiting on you, my dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
For sure.
Appreciate that, Easy. Appreciate it. G Quest, man, how you feeling, man? Talk to me. Can you talk?
I guess I can talk for a moment, and that's only because I like the artist. I'm enjoying the interview, and he caught my attention. Nah, but I just want to say you have a wonderful story, a wonderful testimony, and you need more
Thank you. Thank you.
eyes on the stories, you know. And I'm glad that you're telling these stories through your music, but in a great way. Sometimes people tell a story and a song is corny as hell. Just being honest. So,
Nah, that's a fact. Nah, that's a fact.
so I'm glad you're doing it in a way that can actually catch the people's attention and they can connect to it and they can vibe to it at the same time. I mean, you're on
Mhm.
to something, you know. I have a quick question. On your Instagram, it says you're the king of South Jersey. What
Yeah,
part of New Jersey are you from?
Pennsauken, South Jersey.
What's it called?
It's called Pennsauken. It's like,
Who's pissed off? What?
no, no, no. It's called Pennsauken. You talk about who's pissed off. It's called Pennsauken,
Pennsauken?
Pennsauken, New Jersey.
Okay. All right. Okay. Got it.
It's
Um,
like it's like right between Camden and Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Nick Camden. Okay. All right. All right. I got it. I'm gonna forget it in 30 seconds, but I got it. Um, I just want to say, make sure Malone, make sure you send me the music because you know me. I'm here for the bars. I'm originally from Connecticut. Like I'm here for the bars.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
if people are really bringing out authentic music that I grew up loving, then I am happy to support it. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got a crazy schedule, but I would love to bring you on the Tikwa show with DJ El Nino so we can tap into more of your
Hmm.
story, more of your music, and get your music in our radio network and, you know, put some more eyes on what you got going on. So just let me know how we can make that happen.
My manager is in here. She'll definitely be able to take your information and all that stuff. Of course, KLP consultant. She's right in here.
Absolutely. So we definitely gonna talk.
Thank you, thank you.
Do you have any music videos?
Yeah, of course. I got a bunch of them.
Okay, because you and then you said something about some club bangers that really caught my attention. That's what I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
hear. Do you have some already out or is some on the
yeah, yeah.
horizon?
I got come outside. Everything lit. Um, yeah. If you go on YouTube and type, here, I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you.
Um,
Or hi, greetings. I can take your email as well, and I can send it to you.
Okay, I'll put the email in the chat.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking because I've known a lot of battle rappers, and a lot of them don't know how to transition into a recording artist, making whole full songs. So to know that you're able to do that transition is much
Yeah.
respect to you for that. Everybody can't
thank
do
you,
that.
thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, I'm alone. I've took him too much time. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Quest. Appreciate it. Appreciate you always coming through, man. Yeah, man, you got a very polished sound about you, bro. Like it's your sound is really, really good. And I just really like your story, and I think your story really needs to be heard. Not just by DJs, but by everybody, bro. I think you can inspire a lot of people. Um, just by just telling your truth and letting people know what it is.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Like, trust me, I think about it every day. It's not a day that go by, man. And trust me, it's not easy. You know what I mean? Us as men, it's hard to cry. So when I cry, I'm really hurt. I don't really cry, man. I've been through a lot of stuff, and I was with able to withstand it. So it's like for the things that did happen when I made the record and I finally cried, I cried, and it came out and it felt amazing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, us as men, we take on the world, man. We don't really get the chance to, you know, cry. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? We care, but it's like the world is your man. Handle your shit. You know what I mean? So it's like I never really got the chance to really get it out. But when I made the record, you know, I think for the first week, I would play the record and I just cried. You know what I mean? I just kept playing the record and I cried to the point it got to where I could listen to the record without crying. You know what I'm saying? I still get teary out here now and then, but
That's
you know,
all. I mean, that just shows how much passion you have for it, bro. That it's okay to do that because that shows the love, the passion, and everything, man.
mhm.
So, like I said, man, it's a very touching record. I really like I said, the melodics of it and how everything comes into it. I really think too is you should push this into a mental health space. Like I think you could,
Mhm.
have this and maybe do some charity work for mental health. And I think that would help as well. You know what I'm saying? Because people can hear this. I just think the sky's the limit for you on all cylinders.
Thanks, bro. I mean a lot to me. Really, y'all understand how much this mean a lot to me because, like I said last year, man, I thought it was, I thought I was in a dark place, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was in a very, very dark place. Dark place. I ain't even tell y'all the half. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man,
Well, I'm glad you're in a more better spot now, man, and your rise to the top, man, has risen, and I'm very proud of you, man. Before we go, Swerve, I don't know if you could talk. Did you want to say anything about the record? You might be busy. And if there's anybody else who wants to,
No,
oh, go ahead, bro.
I can't talk because I'm working. I'm doing this new music Wednesday. I'm super busy. But I'm
Yeah,
listening. I'm listening.
yeah, I kind of figured you were working. DJ Crowd, please. I know you're at a gig right now. But she did listen to the record, and she liked it. She gave it the hearts and everything.
thank you.
I think. I think. Let me see. Hold on. Oh no, that's your manager. Okay, cool. If people wanna, if people, I know Quest asked about it. But if people want drops or interviews, just contact your management.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, man. I
And
really
yeah, I believe
I,
she'll put the information in the chat so
okay,
so everybody can see that if she haven't already, and then we can go from there.
okay. Let me ask you this, man. While you get everything situated with the chat and everything, what's your favorite kind of food, man? What kind of spices you into, bro?
Spice is not good for me, man. I got weak stomach. I eat some spicy, man. My stomach be on fire, man. I was just classic guy, macaroni, cheese, yams, all that types of stuff, man.
Yeah, man. I'm not a big fan of spicy food myself. I'm more an Italian type of guy, like
Mm.
lasagna, shit like that. So that's how it go, man. Uh, Instagram, everything where they can find you at.
Uh, at official jurors, official underscore jurors. So I'm gonna put that in the chat right now.
And also, too, man, I'm definitely gonna put this in rotation as soon as I get back. As you can see, I'm driving right now, but as soon as I get to my station, man, I'm putting this in rotation, man. And when I want to invite you to have an interview, a full-on interview with Chicago 77.3, and I really do appreciate this, man, because like I said, your story needs to be heard.
Thank you, man. I mean a lot, man. And I would love to come. I love to come. Never been in Chicago. Never. I've been so local. And the most I've been to like Atlanta and Miami, and I think Phoenix. That's it. I've
And
been.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, of course, I went to Houston as of
I,
recently.
I, I'm gonna do you another solid. I'm gonna do you another solid as well. We're having our Winter Circle weekend, July 31st and August the 1st. I want to invite you to come out to that as well in Houston, July 31st and August the 1st. And pop your shit, network, and love for you to come out, man.
I would love to do that. Even if it came down to performing, I would love to perform the song live. I mean, my partner, he's from Houston.
Yeah, that'll be a full circle moment right there, man. So
Yeah.
I extended. I get the information to your team, and we can figure out things and get it going.
Thank you.
Before you go, I always ask artists they can do a drop for me. You're gonna say your name and rocking with the Winner Circle.
All right. I'm ready when you're ready. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Official Jers, and you are rocking with the Winner Circle, man. Straight from the King of South Jersey, man. Let's go.
Yeah. You know what it is, man. Hey, DJs, make sure you guys run the analytics up, please, and thank you. And when you play the record, make sure you tag them. You know what I'm saying? Tag them, and let's promote this, bro. Like we always say, oh well, music is dead, or music is this, or whatever. But when we get an artist who has good music, let's push that shit, man. So DJs, please, and thank you. I will be sending out the song to you guys. Swerve, well, he's at the gate. Do you have the DJ pack? Yours? You got the DJ pack?
Yeah, anything y'all need, we can send it out. Don't worry about that.
Okay, yeah. If you can send, matter of fact, I'll put my email through
I
one
know it's
second.
an instrumental, clean, dirty, hook. Anything y'all need, I'm ready.
That's my email right there, at the bottom. I think it's at the bottom. If you want to send that DJ pack, I can send. I can get that going. I can send it to the rest of the DJs as well. And there's also DJs who are not on here that but will listen to it later, and we'll push that to them as well, and get everything going for you, bro. Because I know I said this a lot of times, but you have a story, bro. You need to push that shit heavy, and you got the
Nah,
talent.
I'm trying as hard as possible, man. That's why, you know, I'm just trying to figure out how to get out there more, man. I feel like the industry now, they don't care about talent, man. They just care about the check and who has the biggest numbers. But, I feel like, the right moment gonna come along where it be a full circle moment. Somebody here, this talent that I do have and realize like, yo, this guy is special and we can go to the next level. I mean, I believe in myself. I push myself. I do a lot of stuff, bro. Like with music, modeling, acting, battle rapping. You know what I mean? Like if you hear me doing, mind you hear me singing on the hook and rapping on the verse, and then you go to my page and you see me battle rapping. It's like, damn, this dude is like, how the hell he like? I got people who come to me like, damn, what don't you do, bro? And then they hear my beats. People be forgetting like, damn, you made that beat too. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
And,
one of
and,
the people. I believe in myself so much. I will invest and really push as hard as I can to try to make it there, man. Because I know, what I mean, it's finding the right community that believes in me and helps me get there. You know what I mean? That's it.
Hey man, I like I said, bro, you're talented all the way around. Um, Especially like your mind, and how you come across. I really think and maybe down the line, maybe not right now, because I know you're focusing on the single. But I really think maybe down the line you do like a mentorship, like a big brother type of program, because I think too that could help so much. Not just for you, but
I already do it.
also the other people. You
It,
know what I'm
it
saying?
sound it sound crazy, but I already do it. I already remember I told you when we started the interview, I said I'm a mental health advisor. So I got guys who, I help out that might still be in the street, and I'll be telling them like, look, bro, I got to my age, I'll be 35 next month. You know what I mean? I'll be telling them like, listen, if I was to be able to make it out, I remember I cried when I turned 21. And I remember how many friends I lost before, it hit 21. So I got a lot of guys, you know, I'll actually step out and then help and talk to on life in general, people in general. You know what I mean? I'm already doing it. That's why I'm just trying to stay as focused as possible and push. You know what I mean? Because I need it.
Yeah, man. I think that'd be a good connect right there. Yeah, on that, bro. I really think yeah, and I really enjoy that, bro. I really think you're firing on all cylinders, my guy. I really and I just really like who you are, man. And I think when you
Thank
when
you.
you're internally, that's who you are. Beautiful things come out, bro.
Thank you.
So. DJs, we're gonna go ahead and conclude the call. But like I said, run the analytics up, please, and thank you, man. We got a signing star right here. I'm gonna put my stamp on it and everything. Manny, if you can, make sure.